uh, opposition seems to be picking right issues. There is no doubt about that. I'll give them benefit of the doubt. But despite picking these right issues, they do not turn into electoral victories. And the best point in case is the Kisan Andolan, which people thought will give them dividends. So one, Brijesh, the question is it because of the, I know you you don't like this word, is it because of the subaltern Hindutva, the larger, rainbow subaltern Hindutva that BJP has built up? One, is it a success of that? Second, do you think that somehow Hindutva has become a larger political entity which the opposition is finding it difficult to break? And third, do you think that in India, this fragmented coalition politics, the narrative has come to an end? Brahmins, Dalits and tribals, mainstay of the Congress party in 1980s. Do you think that something substantially has changed in the Indian political mainframe? Both of you.
Well, I think, if you look at the fact that I would say lack of credibility, when it comes to compared to Prime Minister Narendra Modi and, Yogi Adityanath, many don't give that kind of, credibility or affirmative action as far as Akhilesh Yadav or any other opposition leader in Uttar Pradesh, especially in Uttar Pradesh, is concerned. The B is that, the subaltern Hindutva is something, which many people don't talk about that much. But the fact of the matter is that, when you look at the communal angle, if I may be blunt, if you look at the communal angle, especially in Uttar Pradesh, I'll talk about Uttar Pradesh only, then, it supersedes most of these niggling issues until and unless it is met by, the reservation thing. Which the impact of which we saw in 2024. Other than that, majority of the issues like, unemployment, paper leak or issues, which plague most of the households, like if my son is, appearing for a competitive exam and the paper gets leaked, his future is in jeopardy. But when it comes to the simmering communal angle, I may be angry and upset with the government, but when it comes to whether who will I cast my vote with, I will go and cast my vote with a particular party because it suits my, my thought process. This is not the case in Bihar that much. Because Bihar is like, one of the big reasons why we see a chunk of Muslims also voting for JDU or for JDU and for NDA is because they're never that threatened. The way which they feel either in Uttar Pradesh or in West Bengal, where they feel that anybody who comes to power other than Mamata Banerjee or other than Yogi Adityanath will not be as accommodative as Nitish Kumar would be. And this is the reason why, if you remember, in this entire election, there were attempts, UP Chief Minister did 3 rallies in Siwan, saying Osama Sahib to Himanta Biswa Sarma, calling him from Osama Sahib to Osama bin Laden. But by and large, the communal overtures of the campaign was very, very subdued. And I think this was largely due to pressure from Nitish Kumar. Because he knows that a chunk of Muslims vote for him as well.
Okay, Samia, you have covered Congress party for a pretty long time. Why do you think that they've been unable to break ice continuously in the state, despite trying to reinvent themselves? If you recall in 2009, Rahul Gandhi called a guy saying that he's Faizan, he's from the backward Muslim community. He did all that stuff, but they have not been able to break the ground. And the question has the same thread. Take up the right issues, take up the right causes, but it does not create that arithmetic, that magic that is required, which we call electoral dividends.
Well, Karthik, there are 2 things over here that I'd want to bring to your attention. One is, of course, it's not just agenda-driven or issue-driven politics that we're looking at in today's day and age. It is a personality clash. When we're talking about personality clash, who is the big face of the Congress party from Bihar? Can we put a finger on someone and say that, okay, fine, as far as the Lalu Rabdi family is concerned, Tejasvi takes over the mantle from here on. But who from the Congress party can really shoulder that responsibility for that matter and take the agenda and the issues forward? They are picking the right issues like you rightly mentioned, Karthike, but who is actually the brain behind carving out a strategy, how to go ahead with it, how to implement it, how to permeate it into the entire system of Bihar? That is one area that is lacking definitely. And the other, of course, is the fact that as far as the Congress is concerned, they are conservative when it comes to testing grounds. They go back and forth, and borrowing from what Brijesh had said earlier, that if they can't get their house together, it's difficult for one stray agenda to actually hold that sort of ground. It needs a cohesive strategy on Congress's part, and that is where we've often seen Congress lacking.